Hello and welcome to Cuesta Sports Monthly, an in-depth look at Cuesta athletics. I'm Peter Schuler, and today we spend some time in the old ball yard with baseball and softball and close out our 14th year of Cuesta Sports Monthly with a pool party as we check in with the swim team. First up, it's baseball on Cuesta Sports Monthly, and we are joined by pitcher Woody Brennan and infielder Diego Murillo. Woody, Diego, welcome to Cuesta Sports Monthly. You guys are winding down the season, pretty much a lock for the playoffs. How are you guys feeling about how the year's progressed so far?
Well, we're feeling great. We've played hard all year. We're gritty. We've been in a lot of tough games, close games, and I think we're prepared to make a long run in the playoffs.
Yeah, off of that, we're ready. Ready for the next thing ahead.
Now you guys have a lot of new players this year, a lot of depth. How's that feel in the ball yard? Do you guys kind of feel like if some guy goes down, you guys would be ready to pick up, or is there a lot of competition out there? How's it going out there?
Yeah, just like Coach says, like every day, everybody's got to be ready to go out there and do their job, and when their name calls, got to go execute. Now,
Diego, we'll start with you. You're kind of a Cuesta legacy. Your brother Marcos was an infielder here. Your brother David is a standout pitcher. Was that kind of thing that you knew through high school that you were going to come to Cuesta College and follow in their footsteps?
Yeah, pretty much. Ever since I was little, I've always wanted to come here and just play for Bob. And I knew what he brought to the table, and he knew what I brought to the table, so it was a perfect match. So.
Do you ever come out here and kind of shag balls and stuff when you're a younger kid and kind of get a feel for that?
When my brothers played here, I would always be behind the dugout throwing a tennis ball, just getting my work in, and I would always throw it on the field, and I would always run away because I think I'd get in trouble, but it'd be fine.
Now, what you came in from out of the county?
Yep.
But what was the thing that kind of got you into baseball? You're a big, tall guy, 6'5". I'm sure basketball coaches are kind of bugging you and stuff like that. But what kind of got you into baseball there?
One day, my dad just put a ball in my hand and put a glove in my hand and brought me out to the backyard to play catch. And we did that for about a month, and then he signed me up to play machine pitch baseball. And I like playing baseball, and I've been doing it ever since.
All right. Well, you started off the season red hot. You were our athlete of the month the first couple of weeks of the season. Kind of got a little banged up there. How are you feeling now coming in as we get into the playoffs?
Oh, I feel great. Everything's coming together at the right time. The arm's feeling good. The body's feeling good. I think this is going to be great for us. Me coming back. Got a great defense behind me, and I think good things will come.
Well, got the Gold Glove shortstop right there. Diego's got kind of set coming to Cuesta. I think this is his legacy. But you came in from out of the yard. What was that kind of like for you? Were you recruited hard, or is this kind of the place you'd heard of? What was the draw for Cuesta?
I have some family that lives down here. My aunt and uncles live down here. My cousins live down here. My sister went to Cal Poly, and I've just been coming down to San Luis Obispo my whole life, so I wanted to come play baseball here.
Not kind of a bad spot, right?
Not a bad spot at all.
Now, Diego, playing Miller, but you took for your first year, then you kind of took a year off. How did that transition for you guys? Both of you guys kind of took a year.
Yep.
This is your third year here. How are you guys feeling? Did that help your development a lot, or was that tough coming back into the game?
I think it absolutely helped. I went through some arm injuries, had some issues there, and I've figured them out a lot more. And I think the maturity that comes with taking that year off has helped my game immensely.
Yeah, exactly. Just taking it one day at a time again. It's just, I don't know. Yeah.
You didn't feel like you missed a step, kind of?
No, not really.
I think got stronger, faster, bigger.
Yeah.
You take that time to kind of work out a little more.
Yeah.
This year it's a pretty large team out there. Mm-hmm. How was that competition within the teammates? I know you kind of had a spot locked as a returning starter, and you've had a heck of a freshman year too. So how does that kind of work with the rest of the guys? It seems like there's a lot of guys out there who aren't getting as much playing time as they probably like, but
we definitely have a lot of depth. We have good pitchers. We have good hitters. There's not like a missing spot in the field. Personally, that's what I think.
Now, bouncing in and out of the rotation, because you started off as a starter, now you've been kind of coming in relief. Had success in both ways. Where are you more comfortable? What do you like?
I like starting. I think you can get some more innings out of me starting. Obviously, I've relieved well, and I think starting is going to be what we're going to be doing as we move into the playoffs. But anything is good for me. I like pitching.
Yeah, you should be having the same amount of success in both ways.
Yeah.
You guys have the large team. What is kind of like for you guys, the third-year guys? What's kind of that leadership? You got new guys coming in who are sophomores. There's really a lot of moving pieces out there. It seems like everybody can kind of there's somebody new at each position every day or every week. What is the kind of that team leadership? Is that kind of you guys, or is that kind of left to the coaches? How does that work? Kind of.
I think it's more of a collective as a whole group. We understand that we know what we need to do every day, day in and day out, and just do one thing at a time. We do our job and just, one pitch at a time. It'll work itself out.
So the atmosphere has been set by the coaches, and you guys have maintained that, and it's kind of like that group mentality right there. Okay. Well, let's get into a little bit more about you guys. Woody, let's start with the nickname. I know it's not your first thing. Are you allowed to tell what happened with Woody? Is that where did that come from?
So my nickname comes from my uncle. I have an Uncle Woody, and he was named after a Christmas tree shop like 50, 60 years ago. And my mom just didn't want to call me by her husband's name, which is my dad, Sean, which is my real name.
You were a junior?
I'm not a junior.
Not a junior.
I have a different middle name, so it's kind of weird, but I've gone by Woody my entire life, and I've never really gone by Sean unless it's like the first day of school and the teacher's calling out roll. Yeah. All
right. Something with the team's development. How do you guys feel going into that last week of the season? Or you think you guys can get back to where you were, make a run in the playoffs, and kind of how you feeling there?
I think we absolutely can. I think we're a team that's battle tested. I think we've lost the majority of our games by like one run. So we're always in the game. It's just a few plays here and there that we need to make, and I think we can go a long way with that.
Now, one of the things, Diego, you're not one of them, but you've been setting the table for a lot of these guys. You guys were leading the state for the season for home runs all year long. And as a pitcher, you probably don't care. But as a batter, what was that kind of confidence with, knowing that you guys, or even as a pitcher, knowing that all of a sudden, if you gave up a run or two, that it could come back real quick? What was because this team has been hitting a lot of home runs for what's supposed to be the dead ball era. Mm-hmm. So how do you guys feel about that team's power here?
I mean, it's pretty relieving after if we give up a run. We know that we'll come back and we got guys in the lineup that can score more than one run with one hit, It's just, we got guys.
Yeah, we always seem like we're one swing away from getting back in the game.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of confidence as a pitcher to go out and then really attack going in there.
Go right after them and control the game, and our sticks always have our back.
All right, now, kind of one of the things is sometimes baseball players are a little superstitious. Are you guys allowed to tell me if you have a little pregame thing? What do you do when you warm up? Do you have a certain amount of warm-ups you do in the bullpen? Do you kind of wear your socks a special way? What?
I always like to wear some socks that are like tight-fitting on my feet. I don't want any baggy socks. I want something that makes me feel tight, ready to go.
You don't want those Pistol Pete hanging down things?
No, not at all, no.
How about you?
Not really superstitious, but I don't know. If things are going good on the field, I'll usually just keep that same routine that I had the day that I started doing good. And if it doesn't go well, then I guess we'll switch it up. But I don't know. It's just
all right.
It is
well,
what it is.
Let's hope it keeps going well.
Yeah.
Diego Murillo, Woody Brennan, thank you for joining us on Cuesta Sports Monthly. We thank Woody Brennan and Diego Murillo for joining us, and we wish them well as they wrap up the regular season and head into the playoffs. Coming up next, we check in with softball when Cuesta Sports Monthly returns.
This program is produced by Cuesta Broadcasting. Start your radio, TV, and film career at Cuesta College.
We're back on campus with returning all-conference softball stars Reese Tartaglia and Isabella Garcia. Welcome, Isabella. Welcome, Reese. You guys are in the playoffs. It looks like we're in the playoffs. It's been the first time since 2015. How are you guys feeling?
Feeling great. Feeling like I'm very excited for the opportunity. It was hard not getting in last year, but we got in this year, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, you're right there that last week.
Yeah, that was awful.
I know. I've had discussions with Coach about that, but that was the girls' first and only career hit that got us that year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was tough. But this year you're ready. You're back. You're fighting for you're in the playoffs pretty much. I think it's confirmed now. How are you guys feeling about that? I mean, that's the first time in almost in a decade that this program's been the thing. First time Coach Guadagno's been in the playoffs. Kind of a big deal here.
Yeah,
you guys feeling like a big deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all really excited. I know Coach is fired up. It's really nice to get the redemption this year too. Last year, like you said, we were really close. So I'm excited. We're all excited to show what we got in playoffs this year.
Yeah. How do you guys? I just kind of talk about your guys' development. Last year, you were more splitting the pitching time. You definitely stepped up and became the ace. You got 18 wins this season. It's a pretty big season for you. How did you feel? What was the kind of thing? Was it a mental change, physical change, or were you just to develop a new pitch? What was the new thing for you?
Well, it's my last year playing softball ever, and I've been playing since I was 4 years old. So I really wanted to take on this leader role, and I really just wanted, this was personal to me, so I just wanted to do better for myself, and I feel like I've shown that, and I've shown a lot of growth in the past year with my pitching, and I have a great defense behind me, so it makes it even easier to actually trust myself on the mound.
Speaking of defense, you're kind of the anchor of the defense there at shortstop. What was some of the things you brought back? Last year you had a great freshman season. This year it's pretty phenomenal. You're right up there with some of the top hitters in the state, almost over 450 right now, I think, batting, which is awesome. I don't understand that. But, how are you feeling? You really built on you had a great season last year, first team all conference. This year, how are you feeling? What was the thing that made the difference for you? Just experience?
I think one of the big things is it is my last year, like it is Bella's, and like it is pretty much all the sophomores on our team. So just to go out with a bang, I'm really grateful to have the stats that I have, and just to go out with a bang, like I said.
Well, I mean, you guys just decided that you're going to go on, just do your education, or because I can't imagine that the two of you, as the seasons you've had, haven't gotten a couple looks or gotten the idea of continuing playing, or is it just time to hang out the spikes?
Yeah, it's time. I definitely thought about it, but I'm actually going to UC Davis in the fall, so I decided to just continue my education and just go from there. I've been playing for a long time, so it's enough.
That's true. You've been pitching and hitting and fielding. You haven't gotten a break, and you've been in on every single pitch. Of course, you are too. Now, are you planning on transferring too, what's your plan?
The hope is to get into the Cuesta nursing program.
Okay.
First LVN, and then eventually the RN program, and then in the long run, a nurse practitioner. But I'm deciding to but stop playing.
Step away.
Exactly, because I'm ready to focus on school, and I'm starting to coach a 10 and under team also. So to continue to share what I have I'm really grateful for.
Yeah, let me go a little bit further on that year, because you came in last year, and then this year your alma mater, Morro Bay, didn't have a team.
They had a few games, and then I think they were at 9 players for a while, which is really sad to hear. But they got more this year, and so they're having a season this year, which is nice. And my coach Vicky, she's still there, so it's nice. I've been going out and helping with them a little bit too, so to go back and forth is. So
you're not leaving the game completely.
Not
so you're going to be out there helping
keeping
that program.
Yeah,
get it back, you know.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever.
Tartaglia Field's going to.
No, I don't think I could ever leave the game necessarily, but there comes a time where you're done playing, so you're ready to share what you have.
All right. Well, one of the questions is you guys are sophomores and this team stepping up and coming through. Do you have to take a role as leadership, or are you just kind of, the team's kind of doing their thing?
I feel like we all just do our thing, and we're all always on the same page. There's not really any set leaders. I feel like we all look up to each other, and we all try to learn from each other, and that's the most important thing that you can do. And it's really helped our team dynamic as well. Like, I just feel like we're all on the same page, and we think together and we play together. And it took a while to get to that point, but We
you
definitely
do see that. You can see the team when coach plugs somebody in. They're ready to go. There's no kind of heads down or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no adversity as a team, and I feel like we have all grown and we all support each other, and that's so important.
And how much of that do you think is because you have a good group of sophomores? Is that kind of you guys doing that, or is that all coach, or how's that going to work out?
I feel like it's us. We all come together. We just want to be there for one another, and it's important to cheer on your teammates no matter what. That's how you build a team, and that's how we got as far as we did.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, we have girls that lead by example. Like I would say, I lead by example, and then we've got girls. Bella is a good example. She leads vocally and by example, if that makes any sense. But
yes.
Yeah,
I've watched games.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, no, but we're definitely a teammate-driven team. Not saying our coaches don't have any influence on us, but like. Yeah, we all get along really well, and I think we made it this far because of that chemistry we have, and because obviously we all have skills. So. Yeah,
and a little bit of the sophomore leadership. I mean, you guys have been through there. When we had sophomore day, there's definitely I think there's a large contingent of sophomores there. So it's really, you can really see it, and I think that's a big part of your success. I agree. Well, I do have a question for you, but because you transition. We have 3 pitchers. You've been taking the bulk of the innings last year. Last year you were more half and half. But is that kind of tough on you? I mean, because you have 2 roles, because you're also in the middle of the order, and you're in the pitching staff. How do you kind of focus on that? Because you have such a big role both ways. It's
definitely tough mentally. I have my days where I'm very just out of it, but for the most part I love having this role. I love being this big of a team because I haven't always been that, so it was nice to come here and play my last 2 years with having such a big role. And I absolutely love being on the mound, and I love pitching. I've been pitching since I was 10 years old, so I love to do it, and I love playing with this team, and I love being one of the people that people look up to. I think it's awesome, and it does weigh down on me sometimes mentally, but other than that I just feel great about it.
So I definitely see that when you're out there. You definitely take control of that. But does your approach to the game change? I feel like, oh, Bella's at first base, Bella's DPing or something like that. Does that do you have a different way, or how do you prepare for pitching versus just being in the field? Or
what I tell myself is that if I'm doing not so great in one of them, I need to be doing great in the other. So whenever I have 4 games hitting, I will do absolutely everything I can to have a great day on the mound. So it's all about perspective and just like trying to at least do one of my jobs correctly, because that's important. That's how we win games, and that's how we motivate each other. So I don't really think my approach changes too much, but I focus on one thing at a time.
And kind of the same thing with you. You have 2 big jobs because you're in the middle of the infield, but you also are right ahead of Bella in the batting order. You kind of feel that you take on that challenge, and you like that challenge.
Yeah, I do. Like Bella said, if you're not getting it done on one thing, get it done on the other side. So I think we all have that mentality, and it's a good mentality to have. Well, we wish you good luck the rest of the way. Playoffs, let's just go all the way. Let's just finish this thing. You guys got gypped out of a playoff spot last year. Yeah. I hope you guys do a great job the rest of the way. So good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again to Reese Tartaglia and Isabella Garcia, and good luck to the Cougars in the postseason. When we return, we leave the diamond and check in at the old swimming hole with Cuesta Aquatics when Cuesta Sports Monthly returns.
Cuesta.edu. Television, radio, broadcast, communications. Explore the world of digital communication and tap into your creative genius. Television, radio, broadcast, communications.
This is your boy, the DUI, and you're listening to KGUR.org.
Your digital future is at Cuesta College right now. Log on to Cuesta.edu now for enrollment dates and class information.
Hey, don't get the boom in this shot. blowing it, bro.
Cuesta.edu.
Welcome back to Cuesta Sports Monthly. We're here with Cuesta's Mer people, and as I am joined by aquatic stars Madison Corrigan and Matthew Wheeler. Welcome to Cuesta Sports Monthly. Conference season's come to an end. Matt, you're going on to state.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
And we'll talk about that a little bit more. But Madison, I just want to talk to you because Matt's been here for 2 years now. Mm-hmm. This is your freshman year. How did it feel? We can go all the way through. You water polo to swimming. Mm-hmm. How was your experience so far in Cuesta Aquatics?
Honestly, it was really fun. I mean, it's definitely a big change from my high school career because we didn't have a strong aquatics program, both water polo and swim. So coming here, having people I can compete with in practice and in the pool has been really nice.
Now, coming from Hollister, I think we talked a little bit before we got on camera. We haven't had a lot of players from there. What was the thing that brought you, don't say a car, to Cuesta College? What was the thing that made you say, like, that's where I want to go?
So I wasn't really sure if I wanted to keep playing, and I didn't know where I wanted to go to school. But I played with Ryan Rascone in Santa Cruz for club, and she was talking to me about it. I heard great things. I was like, yeah, I'll go try it. It seems like fun. So that's what I did, and I've had a great time.
Yeah, Ryan's great. She's her legacy. I actually swam with her mom.
Oh.
So Matt, finish up your second year. Are you going to come back and try and play water polo one more? You have one more year of water polo?
Yeah, I got one more year of eligibility.
Okay, so this year, this is your second year of swimming, though.
Yes.
But we didn't swim so much this year.
Yeah, I decided to dive more often this year. It's the best way to get out of swim practice.
Now, you're actually, are you going to go to state? I think you're right on the bubble there.
Yeah, I qualified for staying 1 meter. I'm going to be an alternate for 3 meter.
Okay, so yeah, once you get in, then you can kind of be an alternate there. What's kind of your favorite dive? What are you doing out there? Just
my favorite thing to do is a front 1.5 full twist. I never know what I'm doing midair. I just kind of jump up, kind of throw, and semi end up in the water.
Now, was swimming something or diving something you did just because you were interested in it, getting out of swimming, or what was kind of the call there?
Well, I never dove in high school, but we have a top dive program at my high school. A couple of my buddies that are doing JUCO right now are actually ranked 1 and 2 in state. So I've always seen my friends do it, and when I got to Cuesta, it seemed like an easy way out to get out of swim. And we have a great program here, so.
Okay, so there's a good question because Coral Minton joined the program for the first time in about a decade or so. She's had tons of All-American divers there. Has she been a big mentor for you out there? What's it like having a coach at that level?
Absolutely. Last year our coach wasn't as involved, so this year having Coral just really trying to connect with the divers, just trying to make sure each diver throws what they want to throw and what they feel comfortable with. And if you push yourself, she'll help you get to wherever you want to be.
Yeah, we're really lucky to have her back out there. Now, Madison, your swim season's kind of over right now. You're getting ready for water polo. I know you're into weightlifting and training and stuff like that. What are the things that you're going to use to get ready for next season?
I'm going to do a lot of get in the gym and just work on, getting my movements faster, more so than lifting heavy weights. Just try to get myself ready for polo and get moving quicker.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys a chance right here, okay? So this is Rachel's first full year as a swim coach, Greg's first year as a full year as a swim coach. How do you guys feeling about your coaches? Are they getting you to where you need to be? What's the atmosphere out like there with the teams both ways?
Well,
you first. I'm putting you both on the spot to see how, because we've only had 2 swim coaches prior to this year. This is the first time we split both teams, and I just want to see because it kind of was mushed together. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting how the dynamic worked this year.
Well, I've had Greg as a water polo coach in the past. This is actually his first year ever coaching swim, and he really focuses on a team dynamic. The way he just pushes us in practice and has us work as a team. I've never had any coach try and build a team with swim practice before.
How do you build a team with this? In an individual sport, how's he kind of putting together the team thing?
Well, every day we're doing the exact same thing, and if we have a set that takes an hour long, takes some people 55 minutes, takes some people an hour 10, he'll have the entire team continue to do the swim set until those last people finish. And then at swim meets, for instance, at conference, he decided to take away our phones while we're at the pool. Yeah. So
there wasn't a revolt right there?
Oh, there was a revolt, but he did not back down. But that way we can all, like, when we're at the pool, focus on swimming and make sure we're, at every single race we're cheering for our teammates. That really helped us, like, come together as a team.
All right, so you got everybody packed into the lanes and at the end of the lanes when everybody's swimming?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it was pretty similar, not as intense as what they were doing, because it's Rachel's first year. From what I've heard, she doesn't have very much experience with swim, but we definitely focused a lot on our team dynamic, doing the sets together, pushing each other to work hard and keep going together. And we didn't have very many people, but when we had Presley in there working her butt off, we were all right behind her trying to keep up with her. So. Now
I've been down there in practice. It looks like you guys are all having a lot of fun out there too. It's a very positive area. Mm-hmm. Rachel is I was here. I was her coach at a time for a time, and you can see it on the record board. She's all over the place. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those things where she just went in and just won. So yeah. I know. So she's a very talented swimmer. But so how has she become more of a stroke person with you guys, or is it just workouts? How does that work? Because I mean, sometimes they talk about like the great actors can't teach acting, or the great baseball pitchers can't teach people how to pitch or something like that. Sometimes it's tougher like that. But here she is. She's got all these awards, and she's our athlete of the year, and I think she has six awards, six school records still. Mm-hmm. How does that kind of work with you guys? How is she working with you guys to get you where you need to be?
I mean, she wasn't really helping with the whole technique stuff. She would kind of come to me sometimes with that, because I've been swimming for 14 years. So I have a lot of experience with it, and I was helping her out. And our assistant coaches, Chloe and Annie, were helping a lot with the more technique stuff, and she would build our sprint sets or our freestyle sets. But the stroke technique stuff was more the people who've had a lot of swimming under their belt. Yeah. So. Well,
yeah, and then Annie's got the other half of the record.
Yeah.
So Annie Bartolome is another one who's right there, but she's just kind of just a year ahead or two ahead of you guys. Is that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she's 2 or something.
Okay, so that kind of makes it kind of a little bit easier to work with her. Okay. What would you do? Do you have a different routine when you're getting ready to dive or when you're getting ready to swim? Do you have a little? Some guys have their headphones and stuff like that. Is it a different vibe when you go from diving? That seems like a more mental, focus thing, and then where swimming would be more physical. I mean, how do you prepare, especially during a meet where you're doing both?
Well, for a swim, I have to get myself all amped up. I'll listen to music. I'll get pumped up with my friends and my teammates, and I'll just go in there and give it all I got. And then I'd have to run from dive to swim. And where dive, I just have to be quiet, I have to be calm, I have to just really focus and think about the dive I'm gonna do. It's really hard to just run from a race right back to the diving board and just really calm yourself and try and focus on it.
You kind of throw a towel over your head and go sensory deprivation, or?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, how about you, Madison? What's kind of your thing when you get ready to get on the blocks? Is it, where's your head at, and what do you do to get yourself ready for that?
Yeah, I mean,
do you think about who's left and right of you, or is it just the black line?
It's really just me and myself trying to beat my own times, because I mean, I've had a lot of really fast times from 4 or 5 years ago, and then I kind of slowed down on my swim career, so I was trying to get back to it, and I got a couple of them, but usually I'm, right before my race, before I warm up, headphones on, really pump up music, and then on the blocks just focus, quiet myself down, and then swim my race.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us on Cuesta Sports Monthly. That concludes the 2023-24 season of Cuesta Sports Monthly. We'd like to thank our today's guests, Dio Murillo, Woody Brennan, Isabella Garcia, Reese Tartaglia, Madison Corrigan, and of course, Matthew Wheeler for joining us today. Remember to stay up to date with your Cougars. Visit the Cuesta Athletics website at cuestaathletics.com. This show is produced at Cuesta College by the Cuesta Film, Television, and Electronic Media Department as part of the Cuesta TV project. I'm Peter Schuler, and for all of us here at Cuesta College, thanks for watching and thanks for your support of Cuesta Athletics.